Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Darryl Turpin Jr., and today I'll be presenting a case conceptualization of a fictional character named Mark Spector, who is also known as Moon Knight. Through a psychodynamic lens, we'll explore Mark's experiences, symptoms, and therapeutic considerations. Mark Spector is a 38-year-old male with a background as a Marine and mercenary. His current therapeutic engagement is driven by significant psychological distress characterized by dissociative symptoms. Following a near death experience, he believes he was resurrected by the Egyptian god Khonshu, who now serves as a vigilante along his side. Alongside with this complex belief system, Mark presents with dissociative identity disorder, also known as DID, embodying three distinct identities: Mark Spector, Stephen Grant, and Jake Lockley, who all have their own personality and personal experiences with the real world. Mark experiences recurring blackouts and memory gaps, with no recollection of events occurring under alternate identities. This is also one of the presenting symptoms of DID. Stephen Grant, a polished and affluent individual, remains unaware of Mark's past, while Jake Lockley navigates the criminal underworld as a resourceful taxi driver. These personality shifts these personality shifts are involuntary and are often accompanied by heightened paranoia, hypervigilance, and emotional instability. Furthermore, Mark's unresolved trauma manifests through persistent distrust in others, depressive episodes, and impulsive aggression. His social isolation, estranged relationships, and inability to maintain stability in personal and professional spheres further emphasize the severity of his condition. Now, Mark's childhood was marked with trauma. One of these biggest trauma events was the death of his brother Randall. On one Sunday afternoon, on a normal family outing, Mark and Randall decided to go explore the caves, but the mother told them not to go in there too deep because it was about to rain. Not listening to their mother, Mark persisted him and Randall to go deeper into the grave, but it started to get flooded, and Mark was able to escape, but Randall was tragically left behind. And with this event, it caused his mother to go into an emotional state and start physically abusing and verbally abusing Mark. Now, to protect himself from the overwhelming pain from his mother and grief about his brother, Mark created Stephen Grant as a coping mechanism to help him escape from the reality. As the trauma persisted, more identities emerged to manage different emotional burdens, just as Jake Lockley as Mark grew deeper into his mercenary work. Now, in their theoretical framework, from a psychodynamic viewpoint, Mark's disassociation serves as a defense mechanism. His fragmented identity shield him from confronting unresolved trauma. By externalizing his pain, Mark avoids facing painful memories directly. Now, according to our diagnosis and according to DSM-5 criteria, Mark's symptoms align with dissociative identity disorder 300-114. His identity disruption, memory lapses, and significant distress support this diagnosis, particularly given his history of severe trauma. For our treatment approach, a tailored psychodynamic treatment plan would involve several key steps: building trust and safety. This will establish a therapeutic alliance to ensure Mark feels secure. Next, processing trauma. We will utilize therapeutic techniques to explore and address repressed memories. In the third aspect, we'll identify integration, facilitating communication among Mark's identities to foster unity and self awareness. And then lastly, behavioral regulation, identifying and modifying harmful coping mechanisms. Now, these coping mechanisms can include Mark's physical conditioning, or every time he's in fight and he just takes the pain. He doesn't dodge any bullets. He just goes straight towards his enemy. Therapeutic potential. Through a comprehensive psychodynamic treatment plan focused on trauma processing, identity integration, and development of a healthy coping mechanisms, Mark Spector has the potential to achieve greater psychological integration and emotional resilience. By assessing and addressing the underlying factors contributing to his dissociative identity disorder, Mark can work toward a more coherent sense of self and establish a meaningful connection with the world around him. Conclusion. By applying a psychodynamic framework, this case conceptualization has shed light on underlying factors contributing to Mark's Spector's dissociative identity disorder. The therapeutic approach, Mark has the potential to navigate his complex internal experiences and establish meaningful connections with the world around him. Mark Spector's experiences reflect the complex nature of dissociative identity disorder, shaped by profound trauma and the development of fragmented identities. By applying a psychodynamic framework, ultimately this holistic approach can empower him to navigate his complex and internal experiences and establish a more stronger connection with the world around him. And now, again, I just want to say thank you for your time and thank you for listening. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Thank you.